In today's Explainer, we're diving into a deeply unsettling medical mystery. It starts with a scenario that is incredibly common, almost mundane, really. A patient walks into a dental clinic with a sore in their mouth. They're told it's nothing to worry about, but as the days pass, this quiet, nagging feeling just kind of sets in. Something isn't right. So what happens when a routine diagnosis completely misses a deadly hidden threat? Today, we're exploring a real-life case shared by a dedicated dentist in Okayama, Dr. Nakano, who uncovered a terrifying reality hiding right in plain sight.
It's an absolutely terrifying position to be in. Seriously, what happens when a doctor tells you it's just a harmless mouth sore, but your own body is telling you otherwise? I mean, you want to trust the medical professional, right? You want to believe that you're perfectly fine, but your body is practically ringing alarm bells. And this isn't just about some lingering physical discomfort. It's about the very real, very present threat of tongue cancer. Tongue cancer is aggressive, and if it's not caught early, the consequences, the surgeries, the impact on your everyday quality of life, they are literally devastating. This is the exact nightmare situation our patient found themselves.
Okay, let's dive into this first part. Section 1, the canker sore trap. This is where a dangerous misdiagnosis happens.
So before they ever even stepped foot into Dr. Nakano's clinic, the patient visited a completely different dental office. And the strap begins with a startling contrast. At that first clinic, the doctor confidently declared it was just a canker sore. They prescribed a simple topical ointment and basically sent the patient on their way. Case closed, right? Well, not exactly. Despite using the ointment, and despite the doctor's confident dismissal, the patient experienced an undeniable, lingering discomfort. The sore just wasn't healing. And that's because the symptoms of early-stage oral cancers can perfectly mimic everyday, harmless mouth issues. It's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Moving on to Section 2, lingering discomfort, listening to your body.
Because this patient actually listened to their body and trusted their intuition when that ointment didn't work, they set out on this incredible path to survival. Let's look at the steps. First, the misdiagnosis at Clinic A. Second, making that courageous choice to seek a second opinion with Dr. Nakano. Third, getting scanned by a specialized detection tool called the alumni. And finally, getting early treatment at a university hospital. Now, I want you to pay close attention to Step 3, because that is where our medical mystery is definitively solved.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is Section 3, light-exposing tongue cancer, featuring the alumni tech.
When the patient arrived at his clinic, Dr. Nakano didn't just guess with his naked eye. He turned to the absolute hero gadget of our story, the alumni. It's this specialized intraoral medical scanner, and the way it works is honestly fascinating. The device emits a very specific, unique wavelength of light directly into the oral cavity. Now, when this specific light hits normal, healthy tissue, it reflects back in a certain expected way. But when it hits tissue with a high possibility of malignancy, like cancer cells, it absorbs the light completely differently. Those dangerous areas instantly show up as pitch black on the monitor. Boom. It completely removes the guesswork. Just look at this visual contrast. To the naked human eye, this spot on the tongue was highly ambiguous. It's the kind of spot where a doctor might genuinely hesitate, unsure if it was just a stubborn sore or something much worse. But the very second Dr. Nakano used the alumni, all that ambiguity vanished. Under that special light, the questionable area turned undeniably, aggressively black. The machine literally saw the cancer that the human eye almost missed. Because of that immediate, undeniable visual proof, Dr. Nakano wasted zero time. He wrote a referral instantly and sent the patient straight to the university hospital's oral surgery department. And sure enough, they confirmed it, early-stage tongue cancer. Because it was caught so early, the patient was saved from a much more invasive, life-altering ordeal. Actually, it was such a critical catch that the university hospital sent Dr. Nakano a formal certificate of appreciation. They thanked him for discovering the oral cancer and contributing to early treatment. That is a really rare and profound acknowledgement of a life saved.
Now, you might be wondering, if this scanner is so amazing, why doesn't everyone use it? Well, interestingly, Dr. Nakano actually asked a university professor of oral surgery this very question. The professor confirmed that the scanner is a highly effective tool for general practitioners. You see, while large university hospitals often don't use them, mostly because they're actively training young doctors to really hone their own visual inspection skills, for local general dentistry clinics on the front lines, this specific scanner is an absolute game changer. It perfectly bridges that gap in specialized experience.
Which brings us to Section 4, Early detection, a life-saving choice.
This story is a massive victory for sure, but it's also a really serious cautionary warning. The stark reality is that the rates of tongue and oral cancer in Japan are not decreasing. Despite all our modern advances in medicine and hygiene, this remains a very present, very deadly threat. It's not some disease of the past, it is happening right now, and that means we absolutely cannot afford to be complacent. When these cancers are caught in their advanced stages, the treatments are incredibly difficult. Early detection is literally the only reliable way to ensure a simple, successful treatment. And this brilliantly illustrates a crucial point. What does it actually cost to catch a killer? 3,000 yen. That's it. That is the entire out-of-pocket cost for a patient to get an Illuma scan at Dr. Nakano's clinic. To put that into perspective, that's roughly $20. Now, Dr. Nakano explicitly states that these machines are very expensive, so at a fee of just $20, the clinic is absolutely not breaking even on this equipment. He runs this expensive machine without profit for one simple, powerful reason: to save lives by lowering the barrier to entry. So how can you protect yourself? Well, here is your empowering action plan. Number 1, never, ever ignore lingering discomfort in your mouth. If it feels wrong, it warrants attention. Number 2, get a second opinion. If a doctor dismisses your pain, but your gut and your body tells you otherwise, find another doctor. Number 3, actively seek out dental clinics equipped with oral scanners like the Illuma Scan. And number 4, if you are truly concerned, remember that you can always bypass the general dentist and go directly to an oral surgery department. At the end of the day, you are your own best advocate. Which leaves us with one final high-impact question to consider today. That discomfort, is it really just a canker sore? The next time you or a loved one has a persistent issue in your mouth, I want you to remember this explainer. I want you to remember the patient who didn't settle for the easy answer, the scanner that revealed the hidden truth, and the dentist who prioritized early detection over profit. Never ignore your body's warnings, and always, always take control of your oral health.